The Ancient Secrets of Effortless Home Organization, 7 Life-Changing Habits. Stop everything you're doing right now. What if I told you that there's a time-tested system so powerful that it eliminates household clutter permanently, without marathon cleaning sessions, without overwhelming to-do lists, and without that constant feeling of being buried under mess? I'm about to reveal 7 ancient organizational principles that have kept Eastern homes pristine for centuries. And once you understand these secrets, you'll never look at housekeeping the same way again. But here's the shocking truth most people don't realize. Traditional Western cleaning methods are actually designed to fail. They create an exhausting cycle that traps you in endless battles against chaos. Today, I'm breaking that cycle forever. If you're ready to discover how to maintain a spotless, serene home with minimal effort, and I mean truly minimal effort, then hit that subscribe button right now, ring the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to want to share this revolutionary approach with everyone you know. Now, let's dive into these game-changing secrets. The hidden truth about effortless organization. There exists a remarkable culture that has mastered the art of creating organizational systems so refined and efficient that household disorder simply cannot take root. I'm referring to the time-honored Eastern methodologies that maintain living spaces in perpetual harmony without excessive labor and without those dreaded weekend cleaning marathons that consume entire days. If you find yourself exhausted from investing countless hours in cleaning and organizing only to watch the chaos return within mere days, this comprehensive guide will fundamentally revolutionize your entire approach to home management. What I'm about to share with you transcends simple cleaning techniques. These are profound life principles that, when implemented correctly, establish routines so naturally ingrained that maintaining perfect organization becomes as effortless as breathing. Picture this: never again dedicating entire weekends to restoring order to your living space, never again experiencing that wave of embarrassment and panic when unexpected visitors arrive at your doorstep, never again feeling overwhelmed by the constant battle against clutter and disorganization. The 7 transformative habits I'm about to reveal are rooted in an ancient philosophy that elevates simplicity, functionality, and mental clarity above all else. This isn't just about having a tidy house. This is about creating a lifestyle that supports your highest aspirations and deepest sense of well-being. If you continue with conventional organizational approaches, you'll remain trapped in this exhausting cycle of clutter accumulation and frantic cleaning sessions that drain your time, energy, and peace of mind. However, when you embrace and consistently apply these revolutionary principles, your home will evolve into a genuine sanctuary of tranquility and purposeful order. Make sure to stay with me until the very end because the 7th and final habit possesses transformative power beyond anything you might imagine. It has the potential to revolutionize not only your physical environment, but your entire perspective on living with intention, simplicity, and profound contentment. Principle 1. The sacred law of designated placement. The first revolutionary principle appears deceptively simple, yet contains extraordinary power. Every single time you handle any object, return it to precisely the same location from which it originated. This concept may seem obvious on the surface, but the vast majority of people unconsciously violate this fundamental rule countless times throughout each day. Here's what typically happens. Someone picks up an item, utilizes it for its intended purpose, then carelessly abandons it in a random location, creating what I call micro-clusters of chaos that inevitably snowball into overwhelming disorder. This seemingly innocent habit represents the single greatest contributor to household clutter, the gradual, insidious accumulation of misplaced belongings. This principle directly addresses and eliminates the root cause of organizational breakdown. When you use a pair of scissors for cutting, they immediately return to their designated drawer in the kitchen. When you remove your jacket upon arriving home, it goes directly to the closet or its assigned hook. No exceptions, no delays, no compromise. When you finish reading a book, it returns to its specific place on the shelf without any intermediate stops or temporary resting places. There exists no middle ground in this system. There is no "I'll put it away later" mentality. There is no accumulation of items that need eventual attention. Every action includes its own completion cycle. To implement this life-changing approach, begin by selecting one room in your home and methodically assigning specific, permanent locations to every item you use regularly. Your coffee mug always returns to the identical cupboard shelf. Your keys always hang on the same hook positioned near the entrance. The television remote control maintains its fixed position on the coffee table. Your reading glasses have their designated spot on the nightstand. During the initial implementation week, you'll need to consciously monitor your actions and remind yourself to complete each cycle. However, after 7 to 10 days of consistent practice, this behavior becomes completely automatic, as natural as breathing or walking. The transformation you'll experience is nothing short of remarkable. Within just a few days, you'll discover that searching for misplaced items becomes obsolete because everything consistently occupies its predetermined location. Your living space maintains a constant state of visual harmony without that underlying sense of creeping chaos that typically builds throughout the day. Most importantly, you'll recover substantial amounts of time and mental energy because your brain no longer needs to track the locations of numerous objects. This single habit alone can reduce time spent hunting for household items by an astounding 80%, freeing up precious mental bandwidth for activities that truly matter to you. Before we continue, I want to ask you something important. Are you finding value in these organizational secrets? If so, please take a moment to like this video and share it with someone who could benefit from these principles. Your engagement helps me reach more people who are struggling with the same organizational challenges you've been facing. Principle 2. The revolutionary 1-minute protocol. The second transformative habit operates on a golden rule that will fundamentally change how you interact with your environment. If any task requires less than 60 seconds to complete, execute it immediately. Don't postpone it. Don't add it to your to-do list. Don't convince yourself you'll handle it later. Take action in the present moment. This elegantly simple rule prevents minor tasks from accumulating and eventually transforming into overwhelming mountains of work that feel impossible to tackle. The core problem this principle solves is the dangerous habit of procrastinating on small actions that seem insignificant in isolation but create massive problems when multiplied. You notice a dirty dish resting in the sink and think, "I'll wash this later when I have more dishes." You spot an article of clothing on the bedroom floor and decide, "I'll put this away when I'm doing laundry." You observe that the bathroom wastebasket has reached capacity and tell yourself, "I'll change this bag when I have a few more minutes." These seemingly minor decisions to postpone create both psychological and physical overload that gradually transforms your living space into a source of stress rather than sanctuary. Here's how this principle functions in practical application. You finish enjoying your meal and notice your plate requires washing. Instead of leaving it to join other dishes in the sink, you immediately clean it because the task takes less than 1 minute. You discover a sock on your bedroom floor and immediately place it in the laundry hamper or return it to the appropriate drawer. You notice crumbs scattered across the kitchen counter and promptly wipe the surface clean. You realize the bathroom trash bin needs emptying and immediately replace the bag. The benefits of this approach are absolutely transformative and far-reaching. First, you eliminate that persistent feeling of having an endless list of pending tasks hanging over your head. Second, you prevent minor issues from evolving into major, time-consuming projects. Third, you maintain your living space in a constantly presentable state without any concentrated effort or dedicated cleaning sessions. It's as if you've employed an invisible, highly efficient housekeeper who works continuously throughout the day. When evening arrives and you survey your surroundings, everything appears orderly and well-maintained, yet you have no memory of spending time cleaning because the maintenance occurred naturally and seamlessly throughout your daily activities. This approach transforms housekeeping from a burdensome obligation into an integrated aspect of daily living that requires no additional time allocation or mental energy. Principle 3. The philosophy of intentional minimalism. The third revolutionary habit challenges everything our consumer culture teaches about accumulation and possession. Maintain only items that you genuinely use and truly love. Anything unnecessary, duplicated, or rarely utilized should be permanently removed from your living space. This principle addresses the fundamental root cause of household clutter: too many objects competing for limited space and attention. The mathematical reality is that maintaining perfect organization in an overcrowded environment is physically and mentally impossible. When your kitchen contains 3 knives, but you consistently use only 1, the additional 2 serve no purpose beyond creating confusion and consuming valuable drawer space. When your wardrobe holds 10 t-shirts, but you regularly wear only 5, the extras complicate your daily clothing selection process and make closet organization unnecessarily challenging. To successfully implement this philosophy, conduct an honest, thorough evaluation of your possessions. Examine each category of items in your home and ask these crucial questions. Do I genuinely need this item? When did I last use it? Does it contribute positive value to my life, or has it become a burden I'm tolerating? Exercise careful discernment in your selection process. Retain only 1 or 2 examples of each essential item category. 1 high-quality frying pan serves you better than 3 mediocre ones that consume storage space. 1 well-made coat that you actually wear provides more value than 5 seasonal jackets gathering dust in your closet. The results of embracing intentional minimalism are consistently impressive across multiple dimensions of daily life. With fewer possessions to manage, you'll invest significantly less time in organizing and cleaning activities. Your decision-making becomes remarkably easier because you face fewer options, but each remaining option represents genuine quality and utility. Your living space appears cleaner, more spacious, and more serene because every visible item serves a clear purpose. You develop deeper appreciation for the objects you've chosen to keep because each one holds authentic value and meaning in your life. Most importantly, you experience a profound sense of liberation. You're no longer enslaved by your possessions, constantly managing and maintaining items that don't serve your highest good. Instead, you become the master of a carefully curated environment that actively supports your goals, values, and well-being. Principle 4. The daily 5-minute maintenance ritual. The fourth transformative habit involves dedicating exactly 5 minutes each day to swift but highly effective general maintenance. This isn't deep cleaning or intensive organization, it's strategic daily maintenance that prevents dirt accumulation and clutter formation before they can establish a foothold in your environment. These few minutes of daily attention completely replace those grueling hours of intensive weekend cleaning that most people endure. The problem this principle solves is the dangerous tendency to allow cleaning tasks to accumulate until they become overwhelming and emotionally draining chores. When you clean only on weekends, dirt and disorder have substantial time to settle in and multiply. Mess grows exponentially rather than arithmetically, meaning small problems become disproportionately large challenges. You end up investing hours attempting to restore order, which creates a negative psychological association with cleaning and makes it feel like punishment rather than self-care. In practical implementation, select a consistent time each day, preferably in the evening when daily activities are winding down, and dedicate exactly 5 minutes to a comprehensive but efficient sweep through your living space. Quickly wipe down primary surfaces like countertops, tables, and bathroom sinks. Swiftly return any displaced objects to their designated locations. Fluff and arrange sofa cushions. Place dirty clothing in the appropriate hamper. Conduct a visual scan of each room and address any obvious disorder. The secret to success lies in maintaining speed and efficiency rather than pursuing perfection. This is maintenance, not deep cleaning. You're preventing problems rather than solving major issues. The benefits of this approach are genuinely extraordinary and compound over time. Your home consistently maintains a baseline level of organization and cleanliness without ever reaching the critical point of chaos that triggers overwhelming cleaning marathons. You'll begin each new day in a pleasant, welcoming environment that supports positive energy and clear thinking. The psychological impact of maintaining control over your physical environment significantly improves your overall quality of life and sense of personal efficacy. Additionally, when you do decide to perform deeper cleaning tasks, they become much quicker and easier because there's no accumulated buildup of dirt or disorder to address. This approach functions like preventative maintenance on a vehicle. Small, consistent care prevents major problems from developing and saves enormous amounts of time and effort in the long run. Now, let me ask you something. Which of these principles resonates most strongly with you so far? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of these life-changing organizational strategies I share on this channel. Principle 5. The art of functional zoning. The fifth revolutionary habit involves designating specific, clearly defined areas for each type of activity in your daily routine. Every function in your home occupies its own designated space, and you strictly avoid mixing activities in inappropriate locations. This principle solves the pervasive problem of functional disorganization, where objects and activities from different categories become mixed together, creating confusion, inefficiency, and persistent disorder. When different types of items and activities occupy the same spaces without clear boundaries, organization becomes virtually impossible to maintain. The core issue this principle addresses is the tendency to spread activities randomly throughout your living space without considering the logical relationship between function and location. When you eat meals in the living room, work on projects in bed, store kitchen items in the bathroom, or transform the dining table into a permanent office space, you create chaotic overlap of functions that undermines the natural order of your home. Each room loses its distinct identity and purpose, making it impossible to maintain consistent organization because the space lacks clear functional boundaries. Your mind also becomes confused about where items belong and what activities are appropriate in each location. To successfully implement functional zoning, clearly define the primary purpose of each space in your home and strictly maintain those boundaries. The dining table serves exclusively for meals, no work projects, no bill paying, no craft activities. The bedroom is reserved solely for sleeping and resting, no work activities, no exercise equipment, no storage for unrelated items. The work desk is designated exclusively for professional activities or studies, no meals, no entertainment, no personal grooming supplies. When you need to engage in any activity, move to the appropriate designated space and bring only the materials specifically necessary for that function. Don't attempt to multitask across functional zones or create hybrid spaces that serve multiple purposes. The results of implementing functional zoning are genuinely transformative across multiple dimensions of daily life. Each room in your home operates at optimal efficiency for its designated purpose, making your activities more focused, enjoyable, and productive. You develop enhanced mental clarity because each space induces a specific psychological state appropriate to its function. Organization becomes effortless and intuitive because every object has a logical home based on its relationship to specific activities and functions. Your mind also becomes more organized and focused because you associate each environment with its corresponding activity, creating healthier, more productive daily routines and habits. This principle extends beyond physical organization into mental and emotional well-being, creating a living environment that actively supports your goals and aspirations rather than creating confusion and distraction. Principle 6. The evening preparation ritual. The sixth transformative habit involves investing 10 minutes each evening in comprehensive preparation for the following day. This includes organizing your clothing selections, preparing work materials, readying the kitchen for morning activities, and conducting a final organizational check of your living space. This evening ritual completely eliminates morning chaos and prevents the accumulation of clutter that typically results from rushed, panicked departures from home. The fundamental problem this principle solves is the tendency to begin each day without adequate preparation, forcing you to make numerous decisions quickly while your mind is still emerging from sleep. This creates a cascade of hasty choices, forgotten items, and hurried actions that leave your home in disarray as you rush out the door. Morning stress and disorder spill over into the rest of your day, contributing to poor organizational habits and a persistent sense of being behind schedule or unprepared. In practical implementation, establish a simple but consistent evening routine that becomes as automatic as brushing your teeth. Before retiring for the night, select and lay out your complete outfit for the next day, including shoes, accessories, and any special items you'll need. Organize your bag, backpack, or briefcase with everything required for your scheduled activities. Clean the kitchen thoroughly and prepare whatever breakfast items can be arranged in advance. Take a final walk through the main rooms of your home and return any displaced items to their designated locations. Mentally review your schedule for the following day and ensure all necessary preparations are complete. The benefits of this evening preparation ritual are consistently impressive and far-reaching. Your mornings become calm, peaceful, and organized because you've already made the most important decisions and preparations while your mind was clear and focused. You always leave home with everything you need, eliminating forgetfulness, rushed trips back inside, and the stress of realizing you've forgotten something important. Your home maintains consistent organization because you never allow clutter to accumulate overnight or permit disorder to compound across multiple days. Most importantly, you sleep more peacefully knowing that you're fully prepared for the next day, and you wake up feeling energized and confident because you don't need to solve practical problems while still emerging from sleep. This ritual creates a positive cycle where each day begins with order and intention rather than chaos and reaction. Principle 7. The sacred practice of gratitude and reverence. The seventh and most profound habit transcends practical technique and enters the realm of consciousness transformation, developing a relationship of genuine gratitude and deep respect for your belongings and living space. Approach each item in your home as if it were a valued ally specifically designed to enhance your life experience, rather than viewing your possessions as burdens you must tolerate or problems you must solve. This fundamental shift in perspective will completely revolutionize your relationship with organization, cleaning, and your entire approach to creating a harmonious living environment. The core problem this principle addresses is the negative adversarial relationship many people unconsciously develop with their belongings and home maintenance responsibilities. When you view cleaning as drudgery and your possessions as sources of stress, you create internal resistance that makes every organizational task feel difficult and overwhelming. This negative mindset leads to procrastination, feelings of being overwhelmed, and a victim mentality that perpetuates the cycle of disorder and frustration. You begin to resent your living space rather than appreciating it as a sanctuary that supports your well-being. To implement this transformative principle, consciously shift your perspective on every organizational action you take. When you fold and put away clothing, recognize that you're caring for items that protect you, express your personality, and help you feel confident and comfortable. When you wash dishes, acknowledge that you're maintaining the tools that enable you to prepare nourishing meals that fuel your body and bring pleasure to your daily experience. When you organize your workspace, view this as an act of caring for the environment that enables your productivity, creativity, and professional success. When you clean your bathroom, appreciate that you're maintaining a space dedicated to personal care and renewal. The transformation that results from this shift in consciousness is profound and permanent. You begin to genuinely enjoy organizational activities because they become expressions of self-care, gratitude, and intentional living. Your home evolves into a reflection of the love and respect you hold for yourself and your quality of life. You develop heightened awareness of what truly matters in your existence, naturally gravitating toward keeping only objects that hold authentic value and meaning. The end result is a living space that transcends mere organization. It becomes a sanctuary that radiates peace, balance, and well-being to everyone who enters. Integration and transformation. Now you possess the 7 revolutionary habits that can completely transform your relationship with home organization and, more importantly, with intentional living itself. These aren't merely cleaning techniques or organizational tricks. They represent a comprehensive philosophy of life that prioritizes simplicity, functionality, and profound peace of mind. When you consistently apply these principles, your home will evolve into a genuine sanctuary of tranquility where you truly enjoy spending time and where every element supports your highest aspirations and deepest values. Remember that lasting transformation doesn't occur overnight. Begin by implementing one habit at a time, allowing each principle to become second nature before adding the next layer. Focus on consistency rather than perfection. Even if you occasionally slip back into old patterns, the important thing is to return to these beneficial habits without self-criticism or judgment. These principles extend far beyond organizing your physical environment. They develop discipline, mindfulness, and a mindset of care and gratitude that will positively influence every area of your life. An organized home reflects an organized mind, and an organized mind creates the foundation for a more fulfilling, purposeful, and satisfying existence. Your organized home and your peace of mind will thank you for making this commitment to intentional living. The time you invest in implementing these principles will return to you multiplied many times over in the form of reduced stress, increased efficiency, and enhanced well-being. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 habits will you begin implementing today? Share in the comments below which principle resonated most deeply with you and how you plan to integrate it into your daily routine. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please take a moment to subscribe now and activate notifications because I consistently share content designed to transform your quality of life in meaningful, lasting ways. Your journey toward effortless organization and intentional living begins with a single decision to embrace these time-tested principles. Your future self will thank you for taking this important step today.